last time we left the gamers, we dealt with a lot more information from the past. We find out that Dal Nanlen the Irreflexive is not who he seems to be. We find out the real name of the woman who has been haunting Rozu, known as Valkyrie. These both are Yggdrasil players who have come to this world at different points in time, but came to this world nonetheless. Miss Silence decides to leave their new place of residence and explore the castle town, as it were, and encounters a very familiar Sebastian as he rescues a young woman from the clutches of near death and proceeds to follow him. Rozu does the unexpected with Synth and meets up with Ainz, discussing plans and such. Fritz and Vermilion. Basically, Fritz and Vermilion were just, staying at the house, doing their own kind of thing.
Being stuck in a pickle barrel.
Almost getting shipped to Brazil.
That was funny. No. He's being shipped to Albuquerque.
I got out of the barrel, remember?
Yeah, I know. He nearly escaped death, too, from being stomped on by several feet because, well, he's a slime, so naturally people want to kill that. Oh, and I promised our viewers last time that I would remember the name of the being, the beast that lives in the oceans. Her name is Kilowai. For everyone watching out there, it's Kilowai. Kilui. Again, it's Kilui. Kilowai.
Were you looking at my character sheet?
No, I'm just psychotic. I mean psychic. I mean psychotic.
He knows that he needs to repeat it for everybody.
Yeah.
Plus, you know when he's looking at it because it automatically
corrects itself.
Yeah. Or he says it, Rozu, that's wrong.
He has never done that for me yet.
He has when I try to level up my character.
Well, I try to help, okay?
I know.
So, as we resume, let's start. Let's make things interesting, shall we? I'm gonna roll 1d100.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's nothing major. 75, and I'll assign the players a specific number. So, looks like Fritz is going first. Okay, let's start with Fritz.
So sorry.
What are you doing?
I recall I was put on a table and I was left with food. That's what I last remember.
Oh yeah, it was lunchtime.
Yeah. Yep, Fritz, as you are eating, Dal, who is eating across from you, abruptly stops eating his food. You see him put down his fork and, raise his head as if listening to something. You see him calmly wipe his mouth, put down his fork and knife, push away his food, get up, and calmly walk out the door.
You have a good day. Yum, 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 yum.
He does not seem to respond to you. You hear the giant double doors close behind him. Say, I'm going to roll something for Vermilion. Okay, he doesn't see shit. Okay, got it.
That is so his character because he can't seem to find his own pet that one time.
Yep. Fritz, you are enjoying a very hearty meal that the maid has put before you.
Yay.
That includes a nice hefty salad, some fruits, and you see a large loaf of bread and a singular slice of meat. It's a pretty humble meal, but this is what they eat.
I thank her for the meal. Nom, 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 nom. And I slowly gain in size.
Not true. Okay. After you eat some decent food, you what do you do next?
Time for a nap. Slope, 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 step. Up I go.
Bro, excuse me. Sorry. I came out of nowhere.
Gosh.
I said excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, you're going to go take a nap?
Yep.
All right. Then let's go to the people having a meeting right now, since you're taking naps, Synth and Rozu.
Okay.
I didn't even put that much thought into the food, so joke's on you too.
I'll know you'll do it later.
Yet.
I'll know you do it later. Okay, so now what are you two? What are you guys discussing with Ainz and Nabe?
Well,
I'm waiting on Rosa to finish her discussion.
Rozu would probably say that Bailiff is actually the secret in-boss, stuff like that, and she pauses, thinks for a moment, and then looks to Synth and says, you just don't have to stand there. You could go downstairs and ask, and see if they have a monk that can train you, or ask for property that might be in the area that might be cheap, that might be ran by bandits that you could take over or whatever.
I have something I want to ask him too once you're done.
Yeah, I thought you might want to do that instead of listening.
I don't mind listening.
You sure? Because you just sit there.
You're telling me that... Well, I was one of the alpha testers for the king. Not even then did they discuss this Bailiff person. This is troubling news indeed.
Yeah, but the fact that he just stood there for the longest time and didn't react until you said 30 years? Something must have set him off, or started him on his...
No. According to these people who live here in this new world, he was here for longer than 30 years.
No, I know that. I said 30 years since he first showed up. Because you told me all of a sudden he just stood like a statue, and then next thing, years later, he just started to move.
Yes.
So something must have set him off.
Most of the people don't know what happens. It was a day like any other. According to the people who lived around him, they set up tents as sort of a spectacle. Most people thought he was a statue before he started moving.
Why do you think the in-game mechanics are? Because it might have set him off? If something in this world might be related to that?
Well, to tell the truth, my NPC started acting of their own free will.
What?
Yes, they have their own free will, their own desires, their own wants, their own joys, their own rage. I try my best to guide them as best as I can. Abe, yes, Lord Ainz, cover your ears. She proceeds to instantly cover her ears. To tell the truth, I am just a simple salaryman back in the real world. I'm not accustomed to running people. I'm accustomed to being ordered around. So all of a sudden having to guard my children, is a big job to say the least.
So this world gave him rules?
I don't know exactly what happened. All I know is that when I woke up in this world, all of a sudden my NPCs stopped being soulless bodies and gained their own souls, as it were, to put it simply. They're exactly how we program them in the game. They are exactly like we put their backstories as. I slightly made an adjustment to Albedo's, my floor guardian's overseer. I made an adjustment to her backstory just a wee bit, and changed her completely. So, I want you to think on this. Imagine an NPC created by the very creators of Yggdrasil, the game itself. An end boss.
That wants to end it all.
He has no soul in the game, but in the new world, the NPCs gain a soul.
That explains some of that strange behavior, like leaving us alive.
Well, truth be told, from what you've told, it seems that at first he did not recognize you as players, which is fortunate. When he first met you, you claimed that he was dragging behind him a dragon's head while you were on the cart.
Well, the
At
first
the
time we met him, he just killed a guy right in front of us at the Goblin Village.
Okay.
And just
then that must
walked
have been
off.
one of the first times he's met you. He must have thought you were other New World people. Then with the dragon's head, I don't know what he was thinking at the time, but now he's starting to recognize you as players. Luckily, from what you've told me, none of you are necessarily cheaters. That Silence Girl comes in close proximity, but she only used it for Easter eggs. I mean,
Wait, what?
we've all done it.
Wait, what are you talking
She
about?
looked, well, according to my spies, we overheard one of your conversations. Sorry, but we were being cautious.
No, what are you talking about?
She basically used internet to find Easter eggs in the game.
She cheated?
Yes, but she didn't necessarily do it in order to advance her level, as far as we know. Did you, Silence? I'm just going off what you told me.
Yeah, it was just to find Easter eggs and stuff.
Yep, so she didn't necessarily cheat to gain anything. She just wanted to find all the secrets, which, honestly, we've all done.
I mean, I used the forums, but that's not
Do you
cheating.
know how many months it took me to find the Pac-Man Easter egg?
Wait, there's a
It took me
Pac-Man
3
Easter egg?
months. Yes, there was an Yggdrasil. The Pac-Man Easter egg was only visible when you went to Jotunheim and you shot the crow on top of the bell tower, and the crow hit the bell. Then what you would see is little pellets appear, and you would see a little yellow Pac-Man just appear and eat all the pellets. It was very quick, but
They really don't give you much, and I didn't really care for the Easter eggs.
yes, but I still didn't enjoyed finding them. My personal favorite was a reference to an old game, but one of the good ones. It was Pong, first video.
I prefer Tanks, the original.
Yeah, that one was also good, but the Easter egg was funny because you saw that poor soul's severed head being ricocheted against depictions of Odin and the giants. It's brilliant, to say the least.
No, it would not handle that.
Well, suffice to say, back on subject, all I'm saying is, I do not know what his parameters are, but the fact that you tell me that his job was to kill Fenrir, kill Jormungandr after they kill the gods. Because Jormungandr was one of the many raids that no one ever accomplished. Not even with the multi-raid option.
Yeah, there was a lot of areas that weren't finished. Which sucked.
So the fact that he can kill Jormungandr by himself means he is a force to be reckoned with, which is why I'm warning. Until things are well prepared, I would not suggest. I would suggest you find a way to avoid his detection from now on.
Amari's trying to set up a barrier around our place.
That's good thinking. Very good thinking.
It really needs it with the craziness that tends to happen around us. We don't have guards like you do, but yeah. Other than
might I make a bold suggestion?
What's that?
How big is your keep?
It could be a mini town. It's just way too big for us, in my opinion.
Hold. He taps the mirror of remote viewing, like last time, and you see your keep.
Yeah, that's it.
It's big enough. I have good news. And slightly less good news. The good news is, your place is big enough to make your own NPCs. The bad news is, I'm not sure how that function will work in this world, if it does work.
I was wondering about that, because
I know for a fact that I can access my NPCs list.
Well, that's because you have a guild. But wait,
you have your own guild.
I always thought this is
you
a party.
You call yourselves the game party, guild, and Yggdrasil. They are the same. Once you have an official name, it's a guild, my dear.
I'm going to lift my hand like I'm going to open a menu and see if it pops up.
A menu pops up?
She jerks a little bit. Okay.
You see your name. You see your name, gamer tag, your current level, and you see under guild in parentheses gamers,
and probably the list of active members.
Yes.
Question: does it look like there is a tag for who's the leader?
There is a bracket for leader. But none of the positions have been filled.
Okay, you're right. We do have it. This is interesting and also scary.
That's important.
Gosh, this is... Okay,
A lot to take in.
Yeah.
I understand. By the way, when we first entered into the Inabe here, we heard someone talking about some old, really, really old man.
Bald, light beard, looks like he has scars.
No, actually, he was completely bald, no facial hair, no scars whatsoever. He said he heard about you from his relatives in Karn Village, and he was wondering if he could ask you for your help.
Oh.
He said something about some ogres creating problems for him. Since you were adventurers, he was wondering if he could hire you.
Probably be cheaper since we're brown. Copper. Oh my gosh.
Wait, weren't we supposed to get that checked out?
Yeah, we still need to find out. Huh?
I would highly suggest you go and get your plates updated as soon as possible. I know your true rank, but I'd rather not tell you. It would spoil the fun.
I think I only have one more information to give. You sure, Simp, you don't have anything to ask?
Like I said, once you're done, I have something I want to ask.
Oh, okay. She kind of closes her eyes and starts to think for a moment. And it's like, Eins, do you know... Okay, I know you had a lot of inhuman races in your guild. Did you have... how can I phrase this? And she taps her head for a moment and does sending because she doesn't want to say it out loud, but she tries to disguise it as tapping her head. Any angels with green decaying wings and dark skin and the feeling of other people that she can sense. Maybe chains?
You feel a voice in your head. It's Eins. He was like, "You're Nephilim Esamar." I had no one in my guild who was of that nature, but I knew people in Yggdrasil who were. I had a friend who was in another guild who could always sense when his other kind was near. Which brand are you? What is your...
She gives a light shrug. I just don't know, she says out loud.
No. What is your role? Rage? Plague?
He's still saying that in the head?
Yes.
Yes. Would she actually know? Because that's like...
you would have to really search for yourself to actually know what your nature is. But it's like, judging from your description of what you've described, you're probably the plague.
Her hands tend to roll up in a fist. It's like, she lets out a sigh. I just don't know. I guess I forgot my question. And she scratches her head and she's like...
Which means there are 3 others.
She taps her head again. Like, I haven't done anything wrong. Why am I this? I have never killed anything. I don't even eat me.
The plague, not plague, doesn't necessarily. By the way, Sam, that you're watching them motion with their hands, but they are saying absolutely.
No, once in a while
nothing.
she's like, I don't know, I just forgot my question, and she's like, scratching her head and just disguising that she's doing sending.
Ainz is definitely doing, the white guy thing where he's talking with his hands.
So he's basically giving away he's definitely talking.
Yeah, but he's saying absolutely nothing that you can hear.
So much for disguising that.
So, the problem is that the plague doesn't necessarily mean that you've done anything wrong. It means that you have capabilities that no one else can. You can cure the plague, you can cause a plague. It doesn't necessarily mean evil thing that you're connected to. It's just something that you are capable of doing. Do you get what I'm getting at?
It's disgusting. It's awful.
I'm a talking skeleton.
She stood up straight. You don't get it. Most people play a game with ideas of playing a character they would like. I am not that person.
It is possible. If you wanted to change your appearance from this ugly green color, as it were, you could find an item that helps you alter your appearance permanently. But it would have to be a super tier item or a god tier item.
I used to have an item that helped me with such a thing.
Hacker, let me guess.
Oh no, I created that. It took me many raids. It just wasn't... It wasn't permanent, it was temporary, only if I activated it. It was more like a cloak, in a sense. But
I'll tell you what, I'll have my top scientists come up with something that will help you get that greenish tinge off. It'll be only for looks, but hopefully it'll help.
She shakes her head and gives a little laugh. No, if anything, I'd rather be human again.
You want out of this world.
He gives a nod.
He said that part aloud. He was like, I'm not sure if that is possible, but
I know.
If there is a way, we will try our best. But
as soon as he starts speaking out loud, she'll probably start speaking out loud too.
I will fully admit to you something. I have no desire to return to that world.
I can't stand this world, this body. There's many things that are driving me up the wall. And this body won't let me express it the way I want.
Again, it is your choice.
I know.
But for me personally, I have nothing back home. No family, no loved ones, no wife. I worked myself to the literal bone most days. I have no desire to return there. And besides,
you like this world.
Even if this world is, yes, this world has its benefits. For example, the night sky. No one of our generation has seen the stars in many years. But here you can see more stars than people have seen in centuries.
Probably take a look at them tonight, then.
Tonight will be a good night. Demiurge actually said that there will be not a cloud in the sky. You might be able to see this new world's galaxy itself. It'll be a majestic sight. Wish I could see it myself, but I'll be busy.
Oh, Synth, I guess you're ready to ask your questions. Do you want me to leave the room?
Nah, you can stay. It's not that important.
Okay.
I have 3 questions, Lord Ainz.
What are your questions?
1. Do you have a changeling I can talk to?
Changeling. Hold. You see him swish his bony hand up as if he's bringing up a menu. And you see him, pulling his index finger up and down as if scrolling. Why do you ask?
Well, I'm a changeling, and sorry about that. I'm a changeling, and I feel that talking to one may help me better understand myself.
I don't have a changeling, but we did, however, encounter one. I could send him over if you wish to your keep.
That would help tremendously. Second question. Do you have a monk stronger than me?
Of the monk class. Actually, we have quite a few. Let's see here. What are you looking for? What type of monk?
A heavy DPS.
Okay, this one. Are you looking for a teacher?
Pretty much, yeah.
Then you will want one of my combat maids of the Pleiades. Her name is Yuri Alpha. She is a Dullahan.
That should work. Send them by the keep when possible. Final question. I got a business proposition for you.
Oh no.
Hey, shut up. This is important
Rozu
business.
gets up and leaves at this point.
You see here, Lord Irons, I'm thinking of starting a business using board games that we used to have back in our old world as a new form of currency. And I basically want to see if you want to, kind of invest a little, become one of the main investors possibly. It could benefit both of us. It's not a pyramid scheme, I swear.
Okay, so what I need you to do is I need you to make a persuasion check. Oh boy.
Oh.
25.
How about this? I will listen to your proposal first, and then decide.
Sure. Okay. So basically, you know how we originally came from a world that's far more advanced than this place, yeah?
Of course.
I'm planning on using one of the most basic components that I have yet to see in this society. Entertainment. And what better form of entertainment than something that can easily be made through natural resources? Board games. I've even have made my own, was it the chess or checkers that I made?
You made chess, but you called it checkers.
Yeah, I even have my chess set that I have already started calling checkers here. Don't ask why.
I was about to ask, then you said that.
Yeah, just...
In the Baharuth Empire, from what my spies have told me, they already have the board game Go. And in the Slain Theocracy, they have another game that is based off one of the oldest games, one of the older games that I can think of, called Liar's Dice.
They have that?
Yes. One of the 8 Greed Kings, according to my spies, introduced that little game. And it's stuck. So, having this on our backs would prove useful.
Hey, I mean, there's a lot more games out there. Monopoly, Snake, Ladder, it's...
You will not bring Monopoly into this world. And that is the Dungeon Master saying this, not Ainz. You are not bringing Monopoly, Snakes, and Ladders into this world.
Uno.
Oh, man,
How
that's
about
my
Uno?
literal childhood.
I'm sorry, but I'm putting my foot down on that.
Buddy,
All right,
how about
as long as I can
Uno?
at least have chess and checkers.
Card games I can understand because, in this world too, they would have, a deck of cards, but it would
Yo-yos.
be a little bit... Yo-yos? Maybe, possibly.
Ooh, Twister. Good one.
No. No, next, Tori, that would turn into fornication way too quickly. That would turn into an orgy way too quickly.
Okay, we'll stick with chess and checkers for now, but do know that I plan to basically make a Toys R Us out way into the future.
What's a Toys R Us? That sounds like something that has died a long time ago.
Yes, it did go bankrupt, but not
It's
in
gonna
this
come
world.
back here. It's gonna come back here.
We're going to have You Are Gamers.
Axis and allies? This is not Nazi Germany, okay?
What, you never played Axis and Allies?
It's the
No.
worst game
Wait,
ever. It takes 3 hours just to play.
Wait.
Not a bad game. If you wanna
I
play
can
it.
see one other board game actually having validity in this world. Risk.
No. Heavens no. Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
I haven't never played Risk before, so I don't know what that is.
Alright, it's a simplified version of Axis and Allies.
Strategic. Yeah.
I didn't play either of those.
Oh, it's awful.
Oh,
We
not
had family
Catan.
arguments over that game.
Okay, well, I'll get to that when.
and definitely not King of Tokyo because they would not understand the premise.
Oh heck yeah, we could bring D&D into this world.
D&D?
Bringing D&D into D&D.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Paradox out the fucking wazoo.
All I can say is you let us name ourselves the Gamers.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna take this shit
No.
and run.
No, you voted for that.
It was
I
better
had
than
no
some
part
names.
You voted for it, okay? I had no part in letting you let yourself be named that.
You could have some of the
it was worth it.
NPCs.
Voted for that.
All I can say is you could have had some of the PCCs start giving us a name, but you didn't.
Hey,
Well, that's
I think it was
because I
worth it.
like my player freedom.
Alright, Synth, what?
Okay, so first, let me talk to some of my people at Nazarick, and we will discuss a production.
okay. One last thing.
Yes.
Make sure that the people you're talking to, make sure you told them that Synth called you Lord Ines. It'll help. Trust me.
Well, let's just say some of my children don't like how much time I spend with you.
This is like what, the third time I've actually ever talked to you one-on-one.
No, I mean any of you at
okay.
all.
Then I blame them for that.
I'm going to say this is the first time that Rozu actually addressed Lord Ines as Lord Ines.
Right. We are going to switch from you to Miss Silence,
Yee.
who has been following Sebastian as he carries a very, very injured, beat up girl to a large house, the corner of the Riaces kingdom.
Yep.
As he as he sort of knocks on, kicks the door a little as a knocking motion. You see the door open as you see a young woman in about her 20s with blonde hair that come down to about her shoulders and sort of make the form of drills.
They're called curls.
Nope, they're drills. They're not curls, they're drills.
With like a little hands up type of wave.
Goldilocks hair.
Nope, they're called drills, not Goldilocks hair or curls. The DM commands it. Anyway. Who's Gurren Logan?
Don't get started on that, no.
You mean Gurren Lagann?
Yes.
Just who the hell do you think I am? When they're talking about Gurren Lagann, okay, that's enough.
Guys, come on.
Sorry, that's one of the better animes in the world. Anyway.
Sorry, my brain immediately went to Gurren Lagann when you said drills.
Yes, that's why I was trying to get him away from that subject.
Anyway, she looks at both the girl and then Silence, and she smiles. She's like, "Oh, Sebas, you didn't have to bring me a treat. This is not for you to eat, Solution, nor is our guest." Oh, she gets really, cold face. Then what are these two doing here? Well, first, I need you to check her out for injuries and such. Treat her. Am I going to eat her later then? No. Afterwards, you're going to draw her a hot bath. And what about that? You will treat her as our guest. Guess I'll have to find something to eat else.
Please do.
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I wanted the human first. You were a much lesser appetizing second choice.
I'm glad. That's actually more flattering. I really don't want to be eaten by you.
I mean, it would be relatively easy. Solution Epsilon, that is enough. Yes, Sebes.
Oh, damn.
And yes, that's her full name. As she carries the young woman upstairs, Sebes closes the door after you guys. Would you like anything to eat, Miss Silence? Was it?
Yeah, it is. I think I'm good right now, but can we just head up there and also just help with healing right now?
I would. He kind of lightly places a hand on your shoulder as you start. I would highly suggest you don't go up after her. I may have stopped her before, but if you try to push it, she will consume you.
Oh, that's fun, I guess. Huh.
She is like your friend. Fritz was his name, I believe. But she is a different species. She's known as a predator slime. Her species can prey on dragons.
That's fun.
Yeah, well, fortunately for all of us, she is too low of a level to actually consume dragon, but she can still consume quite a bit.
Good to know.
Would you, if you don't want anything to eat, would you like some tea instead?
Sure.
Then follow me to the kitchen.
Okay.
As he heads to the kitchen, you notice that the kitchen is very decently sized. It's perfectly neat. As you sort of look around, he starts making the tea, and you realize all of a sudden he has started talking. He was like, I hope that young lady will be okay soon.
Yeah, that's really rough what happened to her. Hope so.
My creator, Lord Touch Me, he was the very symbol of justice and righteousness. He may have been an arachnid, but he still had the abilities of a holy knight.
That's cool.
All I can say is that still makes me laugh.
What?
You saying that name out loud.
Lord Touch Me. Touch me!
Exactly. That is all.
You know, that out of like roleplay, you know, that what reminds me of, like, have you ever seen that dubbed anime, like, oh, what is it, like Ghost Hunt or something, where like the actors just totally go off script and just say and do whatever impersonations they possibly can. It is the funniest crap I've ever listened to. It's like I can still remember his laugh. I can still remember his teasing, touch me. His reprimands, touch me harder.
The funny thing is, my brother never saw it until a couple days ago. Like, have you seen this? I'm like, yeah. Is it the English dub? He's like, yeah, it's totally different. Japanese.
That's funny.
I was like, yes, because I know the voice actors and they got permission to do that.
Yes, for people watching this, it's all going to be in the thing because it's relevant, because it's just one of those things where you just can't help but laugh at because it's just so brilliant. And the fact that this guy names himself Touch Me. I mean, come on. He was asking for people to send him messages like, how do you want me to touch you?
I agree with that statement.
I mean, come on. Even in that day and age, it was like the year 2020 something or another. Even in that day and age, I can guarantee you, there are trolls on the internet that will message your butt for naming yourself that.
No, I know a PvPer in Star Wars that his whole account has, we call him the body, because he had names all his characters: nobody, everybody, somebody, nobody, just anything, like everybody. So when you get killed, it says you was killed by everybody or nobody or somebody. Yeah,
like the classic Halo messages, like you were killed by your mother.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Oh, brilliant.
And he was one of the top PvPers, so I was like always laughing.
Oh my gosh. But anyway, back to the story. Sorry for the tangent, but it needed to be said. But as he's pouring you some tea, it is a very blackened tea, and he hands you a cup. He is like, it's famous in this world. It's called dragon tea.
Is it like spicy or just?
Oh heavens, no! It comes from a tree that happens to have a fruit that happens to grow in the shape of a dragon's head.
That's cool.
And you'll find it to be very sweet to the taste, even without sugar. And when you taste it, he's right.
Ooh.
Have you ever had Arizona green tea with ginseng and honey?
It's good.
I don't think I have.
It is freaking delicious.
It is awesome.
Well,
especially when it's hot.
No, cold.
Hey, I like it either way. Doesn't matter to me.
I like fresh tea.
As long
fresh
as
tea
I
is
get
good,
in my belly.
Arizona tea is so good. They don't put a whole lot of lemon in it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Me, it depends on if you have a taste for green tea, honestly.
Yeah.
I love green.
I can drink it, I rather normal tea.
I just like my tea sweet.
Oh, it's sweet, but it's also, how can I say, refreshing.
For me, green tea has a balance. That's one thing that I dislike.
Well, anyway.
Bloody, you're windy.
Again. Sorry, me a sec. As we get back to the story again, after that, tangent, it's a lot bloody. It's all your fault.
Bloody.
Even though I'm bloody and I'm saying my own name in the third person. Shut up.
Do you want me to say your name for you?
No.
Okay.
Bloody.
You're like Lord Ines, yes?
Do you mean like a player, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're one of the lords before the end, as it were.
I wouldn't say like a lord, but like, yeah.
Technically, we are lords now.
Yeah, but that was before.
True.
You know, Miss Silence, there's a good reason why we revere Lord Ines so much. Despite all of the other members of Ines Ulgon leaving, he stayed with us to the very end.
Oh.
It is the least we can do as his children to pay him back.
Oh.
As you are talking, you hear a knock on the door, and that's where we're going to take a short 15-minute break for those who need to use the bathroom or get some snackos, because I'm hungered.
Snack time.
I'm good. I'm just going to sit here, nice and rest. Which, everybody, happy Mother's Day. Or late Mother's Day. It's later. Either way.
Rozu, I got a question for you.
Yep.
What is the one anime that you absolutely hate? Like, you watched it once, but you swear you will never watch it again.
It's hard to say because I sometimes look at the first episode and judge if I could get into it or not. But as in a popular one that most people like and I didn't like, I believe it was High School of the Dead.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that one was it was just bad. It was at the time where World War Z, World War Z, The Walking Dead was very hot, so Japan wanted to capitalize.
I just didn't watch it at all. As soon as I heard about it, I was like, eh. And later I found out it was lewd and disgusting.
Very.
I went, oh, I'm so glad to watch it.
There's literally this one episode where all the girls are in the same bathtub and like all of them are busty. So it's like really, really bad. It's like it's fan service.
Yeah.
It's fan service.
I don't mind fan service as long as it's tasteful, but it didn't sound tasteful whatsoever.
The one anime, I watched it the whole way through. The one anime I will never watch again because it is trash of the highest caliber. It's called Bo 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 Bo. The main character's power.
It's nose hairs, yeah. I read the comic.
My mustache fancy. Ear.
It wasn't a mustache. Nose hairs.
No. That's in the cartoon. He called it my mustache fancy.
Oh.
But I digress. It's like the Salvador Dali paintings. It's clear as someone took a shit ton of drugs and just refused to sleep until they created this roadkill.
I was afraid of JoJo Bizarre being something like that because it had almost the same muscular vibe, but that
Honestly,
one has
I don't
a good
like
story.
That either. I don't like JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
Actually has a good story.
I don't like the art style. I can't get past it. It may have a good story, but I can't get past the retarded looking.
You don't like the hard lines that make every guy muscular and buff.
No. That's not it. You know what JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is based off of, right?
Yeah, I saw the original. Vampires.
No.
Versus.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. This whole story is based off of the Fist of the North Star. That whole anime is based off of that one other anime.
Never heard
artist
that.
The artist literally said that's where he got the edit. The Fist of the North Star is legendary for one simple reason. This guy could literally punch you once, and it's legendary for this line. Omoiwa mu shindeo. Nani?
Oh.
Yeah, that's the Fist of the North Star. It's like, joke's on you, you're already dead. And they're like, what?
Nani?
We weren't talking to you, Fritz. Shush.
Yeah, but he knows it by heart.
The DM says otherwise. You're wrong, Fritz.
I can't see the two relate. Even if the artist did say so, I just don't.
Again, it's true that he based the entire idea of JoJo off of that original idea. I just like it better for the simple fact that Fist of the North Star had the art style that I'm a big fan of. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it, but it's called Night Seiya. Based off of the Zodiac, like Pegasus, like Athena and stuff like that. It's very old style that I'm a big fan of. What was it called? Night Zodiac. I can't remember the actual physical title, but it's a really old style of art that you never see anymore, but I was a huge fan of.
I call that art style Beauty and the Beast, because it kind of has that same vibe to it. Well, I should say art's vibe to it. The gorgeous looks. The over-exaggerated eyes.
Actually,
I'm sorry, but oh my gosh, eyelashes on guys.
That was the best part.
No, those can be butterflies.
Oh, here's another example of that kind of art style. G Gundam.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Shining Finger!
Eat your noodles!
Oh my gosh, that was such a class. You know, I didn't see the original G Gundam until I was 27. True fact.
Never been a real true Gundam fan.
I'm not necessarily a fan. It's a good story.
You know, there is a story there is an anime that I kind of dislike, but it's only because of the cycle of death involved with it. I just don't like it because of that reason.
Oh, you mean that one?
Madoka Magica.
Yeah, you really don't like that one. It took...
No, I don't.
I had to stop for over a year before I had to watch it again.
It's
sad
I watched the whole
irritating,
thing. I know how it
but
is.
it's good.
And it's just, for me, it's not for me. I prefer the more happy ending stuff. This is just sad. It made me depressed for a while. Just a cycle of fucking death repeated. That's all it is.
They're like, oh, the main character doesn't die? Yeah, he dies almost every time.
Yeah.
If you want cycle of death stuff, Angel Beats.
But I actually liked Angel Beats. There's a difference.
Yeah, because it's freaking hilarious.
Well, it's funny, but it also has sad moments, and it's good. It's just good.
Who else is back? Is Silence back?
Yes.
How about Synth?
Doesn't sound like
I'll
it.
take that as a no.
That's fine because you're still slurping. I will mute you.
Don't make me get the fan.
That's more of a meal than a snack.
For me, it is a snack.
Who here
Besides,
PlayStation 1
it's only half a cup of spaghetti and meatballs. Pretty much already done.
Who here remembers PlayStation 1 games?
I still have my
I still
PlayStation 1.
own one.
Same here.
I actually have 2.
I'm replaying Final Fantasy IX because I lost my memory card and I found another one, but it doesn't have anything on it, and I'm sad.
I have Final Fantasy VIII that I bought when I was 7 years old.
I have a game that is really old, but I need to go get the game repaired. I need to go.
You want to hear something that's really odd? I have a PSP.
I used to have one. Somebody stole it.
The portable PlayStation thing?
Mm-hmm.
That was dumb?
Yep.
Yeah,
some of the
no.
games
Hey, it came out with a genius idea that it hasn't came back since. Final Fantasy Dissidia, where you could play both as the hero or the villain.
Okay, yes, but that's the game, not the portable
And in my
device.
opinion, one of the better Yu-Gi-Oh games, Yu-Gi-Oh Tag Force.
I had Final Fantasy Tactics on PSP.
I like Tactics. That's a good game.
Yeah, but somebody stole my PlayStation 4.
It made me feel weird things whenever I would play Final Fantasy Tactics. Because whenever I would look at the Vieira chicks,
Okay,
I would start to feel weird things.
Go to
And I was
horny jail. Bog horny jail. Horny jail.
I was like, why are they so freaking cute?
Oh boy.
But this was back when, whenever this was Game Boy Advance. So I was like, I just turned teenager, so I just discovered girls were starting to get pretty. So I didn't know what this was supposed to mean. Like I was like, okay, why are they pretty? Now I'm just a straight up furry.
There's nothing wrong with being a furry, man.
You're scraping.
I know, I'm trying to get something. What is that?
You're going to say move away from the mic.
Can't see. Give me some.
Kitchen looking
That's
for
what it
light
is.
and eat it.
Hello. Oh. It was a meatball, and it was hiding itself at the bottom.
Don't tell me you eat that straight out of the can.
No, I usually heat it up, and then I put it back in the can.
What?
I'm kidding. I eat it straight out of the can.
That's still bad.
I'm weird that way.
That can poison you.
It's probably why I'm dying.
Gosh.
Doesn't matter. If I die, I die. Synth, are you back yet?
Oh, Cynthia boy, are you back? Are you back?
Well, you did tell him 15 minutes.
True. I'm impatient.
Don't you
Well, if you want to go ahead and spritz.
All goes in, guy. Oh, hey, I can roll hit dice technically since I rested.
That's true. That's if you're injured.
I am. That's 10 HP back.
What the heck was that?
Heck was what?
Then my house just exploded. I'll be right back.
Go check it out.
Oh, Fritz, what did you do?
Nothing.
What did you do?
I am innocent.
Fritz, I'm telling Mom.
But I didn't do anything.
Mom! Fritz got in the cookie dough again!
Ooh,
Can you
11.
please stop?
Why?
You're spamming it.
Because you have to roll for each time you heal. I'm healing. I'm rolling hit dice.
How many hit points did you lose? Oh my gosh.
I was down to 35. I have 93.
Oh god.
11. That'll be 88. Now that I'm at 88, I think I'm good. Down to 7 hit dice. Remember, you get as many as your level. I mean, and I technically took a short rest. I took a nap.
Alright, back.
What did Fritz do?
I don't know. What did he do? Yeah, apparently it was the neighbor kids on the trampoline again.
Oh gosh.
No, not this time.
Fritz, stop jumping on the trampoline and scaring Rozu.
I am not an next door neighbor to Rozu.
He is dates away.
Wish I was closer, though.
I
No,
wonder which one of you is closest to me.
it'd be hard to say since we're both like 3 states away, at least. Maybe a little bit more for me. Them back yet?
Yeah, I've been here the entire time.
He hasn't. Then why didn't you respond to me?
I was on YouTube.
He went to YouTube, so he didn't hear us, but he was here.
Yeah, I said I wasn't going to go anywhere when you started.
Yeah, but we was calling out for you for a while.
Oh, that's my bad. I have to fluctuate noises because
So, Synth is going to be punished. Actually, the whole party is going to be punished because of Synth.
No.
I'm kidding.
Not even
Kidding.
reversing this.
No joke. I've done that in sessions where I don't think the dungeon masters. Hey, Synth, are you trying to say I'm not any good?
What?
Is that what you're trying to say? Is I'm not a good dungeon master?
Dude, you're literally one of the best dungeon masters I have.
Aww.
Then why are you on YouTube? Why don't you look at me during?
We're not face to face. It was
You said
break
we were
time.
on a break. Yeah.
I know.
Oh gosh. Alright, back to game.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, Fritz,
Yes?
you wake up from a nice long nap.
Yeah, that was good. I go looking around, see if my friends are back.
No one is currently in your keep. Well, in your castle part of your keep. As you can tell. Well, except for one thing. As you start exploring the hallways, you see a green body come around the corner, and it spots you.
Hello?
Vermilion's pet has spotted you.
I go over to Vermilion.
The little basilisks. And it proceeds to wag its tail, and it pounces on you, proceeds to grab you in its mouth, shake you around violently, then realizes you taste horrible and spits you back out. You see it like pawing at its own tongue as it's trying to clean off the taste.
Fritz goes, that's what you get for trying to bite me. As I pet it. Pat, pat. And I just kind of slip along. Slurp.
As you continue your adventure throughout the keep, you find yourself in the kitchen at one point in time. Can I get a perception check?
Perception? Okay.
Hairball. You notice something clearly that the maids of this castle have not noticed. You go into the pantry, you have a rat problem.
I take care of the rats.
I need you to make attack rolls against these rats.
Bloody.
That was Fritz.
Really?
No, that was you.
No, of course not. I would never burp on mic. What are you talking about?
Okay, it is bloody.
Of course, I never, ever. What are you talking about? I would never. Yeah, I did.
I eat flame.
Sorry.
15 hit a rat.
They're rats.
How many do I
Of
need?
course. So one of them catches, a couple of them like burn up in a fiery flame. One of them catches fire, does not die immediately, and then proceeds to set fire to the flour inside of the pantry, which catches the other pieces of wood inside of the pantry on fire. Now you have a pantry on fire.
It produced flame. Ugh.
No, wait, wrong one. I meant create and destroy water. I cast it at second level.
Do you have any spells left?
Yes.
Okay.
Second level
Take
spell.
a nap. You did take a nap.
Yeah, but nap doesn't restore spells.
Yeah.
I only have I have a few second level spells left. I have one left. Yeah. So just
as you cast water, you douse the flames, and now you have just a lump of flour that is sticking all together and gooey.
Fritz will look at one of the maids, and Fritz goes, "Sorry about this." I take out a bit of gold, and I go, "Could you go get some more flour?"
There's no one near you.
Oh.
However, since you are going to do that, you somehow don't notice that you're handing a piece of gold to one of the rats that you caught on fire, then proceeded to douse. Looks at you, looks at the gold, looks at you, looks at the gold, proceeds to bite the gold into its mouth and run off.
Yeah, that's right. Leave, motherfucker.
If it comes back with flour and becomes ratatouille, I am going to be laughing.
No, I wouldn't have offered it to the rat, honestly. Not gonna lie. I thought that was maids around.
It's too late. It's done.
You massacred them all, you monster.
So what do you do next?
Let's go looking for an actual maid to go get some more flour.
You find one and give her the gold necessary to get some resupply as she proceeds to.
And Fritz also goes, "Get rat traps. There's a lot of rats."
She'll ask for 10 more gold.
Okay, so how many gold am I going to give her total? Say 15 total?
To resupply the pantry, which you partially destroyed.
Yeah.
Hold on, doing math. 55 gold.
Fritz only has 51 gold. I do have a platinum bar, but that's going to be a lot of money to bring.
Well, if I subtract some of the supply, you can go with 50 gold, but you won't be able to get all the stuff back. Is this okay with you? I mean, sometimes with buying stuff, you have to sacrifice what you want in order to get stuff you need.
Fritz goes, "I do have something that's bigger in money, but it's going to be too much."
Again, you can go without some of the stuff that you destroyed. It's up to you. That way it goes to 50 gold and not 55. All he's deciding is, let's go up to Rozu. Synth.
I have walked out of the room when he was disgusting.
Yeah, once you decide, Fritz, please notify me in the chat, okay?
Yeah, okay.
I go down there to update or see what the updated rank is.
Updated rank?
From the copper.
You mean your new rank?
I guess so. She doesn't know.
I mean, why would you do that in an inn when you need to do that in a guild hall?
This is the guild hall.
So you're saying you left the inn entirely?
Wait, I thought we went to the guild hall.
Nah, we went to an inn because we were originally going to go get something to eat.
Oh, that's right. And somehow he was here.
Yeah, he called us there.
Bloody, you're breathing too hard.
I was yawning. Excuse the hell out of me.
Oh, sorry. Sounded like you was upset and mad and breathing into the mic.
No, I was yawning. I'm tired.
Then she's going to see if they actually have food down here.
Oh yeah, they actually have quite a few selections. You open up a menu. They got amazing selections. They got alcohol. They got water. They got bread. They got salad. They got other bread. They got slices of meat. They got bread. They also have soups. Oh, look, and they also have bread.
God damn it.
Is it all different bread?
Yeah. There's rye. There's multi-grain wheat. There's sourdough. There's the chef's special.
Is it bread?
You don't know. It just says chef's special.
But
it does say bread.
She's just going to order. Do they have a baguette?
Baguette?
Yeah, baguette.
You don't see anything that might sound like a baguette, but you could go with one of the other options that I just did say.
Yeah, lots of bread, salad, soups, meat.
And don't forget about the bread.
Alcohol.
And bread.
You said some fruit, right?
Yeah, fruit, salad.
Yeah,
bread.
She's just going to have a little bit of fruit and water for lunch, apparently.
Man with a gruff voice. That'll be 2 gold.
Okay, here you go.
Knock yourself out, lady. Yes, he slaps it on the table.
He slaps fruit on the table.
Yeah.
How fresh does it look?
Well, you don't really know. I mean, I would need a nature check.
Oh, gosh. For fruit. Come on.
You don't know what kind of fucking fruit this is? It looks like the stomach of a monster more than a fruit. It's purple. It has these little holes coming out from every side of it. Looks very spiky.
Oh dear Lord, it's a one-piece fruit. She's just going to look at it and then just
What's
drink
wrong?
water. I don't know what that is.
What?
That.
You don't know what this is?
No.
Here, let me show you. Grabs the fruit seeds to just take a humongous bite out of it. Shows you the inside, spits out the other half. Cut off the hide. Soft bits are inside. There.
I don't think I'm hungry anymore. Thank you.
Elves.
She's going to get up and just wait outside.
Can I get a perception check, please?
Oh no.
Okay. Got it, Fritz.
15? Wait. I gotta remember. Hold on. Oh, I get advantage. And it's still not any better.
Fudge ripple.
Okay. Still 15. Bloody? Hello?
Yo.
Hello.
Bloody?
I think Bloody disconnected.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
No. I dropped my mic and it disconnected for a bit. Sorry about that.
I was wondering.
Sorry. It's entirely Silence's fault.
Uh-oh.
Her fault.
I've been found out.
She admits it! Anyway, Rozu, it's not necessarily a sight, but you can sense an aura near you.
Where?
It's outside the city right now, but you can still sense it.
Does it feel bad? Good?
Well, actually, I'm going to pull you over here. Now, you remember writing these allies things down, right?
Yeah. I'm looking at them right now.
You sense an orange.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you sense an orange aura.
And it's coming outside the city.
Yep, from outside the walls. It's actually coming from the direction where you left your keep, excuse me.
She realized that she's automatically going to put her hand to her head and send out a sending to probably Fritz.
Okay.
Fritz, when you have a chance, if you see Dull, keep an eye on him, but not alone. Apparently he's a player. We'll be back before dinner.
You're sending me a message. sending me a sending spell, right? Or what? Or
Yeah.
Fritz tells you he already left.
Oh, no. She's going to fidget, look in the inn, and just waiting for Synth to come down.
Man, I missed the make whole spell.
Bloody, no posting gifs during game, come on.
Sorry. Dun, dun, dun! Silence. I mean, Synth. Sorry.
Yes.
But how you doing?
Well, once I finish talking to him, I'm going to pull out
Your chessboard?
The wine bottle.
Okay.
I'm going to give it to
Eins?
two Eins. Yeah, sorry. I don't know what's happening. I'm starting to get soft. Yeah, I'm giving my wine bottle to Eins.
This brain is slowly turning to mush.
I'm going to give Eins this wine bottle and say a token of my appreciation for the help that you've been giving so far. And I'll see you whenever you show up again, I guess. And then I'll leave.
Expect to see your trainer at your humble abode soon.
Mm-hmm. Then I go downstairs to get something to eat.
Well, you open up a menu. They got bread. They got salad. They got cheese. They also got bread. They got alcohol. They got water. They got bread.
I like some for a bottle of the entire bottle of alcohol.
The guy behind the counter raises an eyebrow. 10 gold.
I put down 15.
All right, the good shit proceeds to go underneath his bartending table. He then proceeds to grunt in pain as he lifts up a large bottle the size of a forearm.
A tear goes down my face. It's beautiful. Thank you for your patronage. I try to
make sure you don't wish to drop, otherwise I'm going to be very pissed with you.
I don't plan to, and I try to put it in my bag.
It's gonna stick out a little. Just to warn you.
Got it. Don't let it break. And I'll go ahead and go out and look for Rozu.
She's
Rozu
outside.
is standing outside.
Fidgy.
He didn't say no.
Are you done? This place is awful for food.
Yeah, I mean, that's my bag. I got something that I wanted.
He eyes the big bottle sticking out of his bag.
It's okay if you don't check. I usually do it by myself anyway. But let's see. Do you want to go ahead and get our plates updated, or do you want to go look for a plot of land to take over in the city for the business?
Taking over sounds such an evil thing.
What?
Never mind. Probably the adventure hall. That way we could see if we could get several things done at once. And if we find a magic shop, I want to try to get a couple things.
Okay.
I get that stuff for the barrier to go up.
Okay, let's go then.
Okay. Silence!
Yes.
Now it's your turn. Sorry. As we get back to silence, the knock on the door happens, and you see Solution come back into the room.
I'm just gonna stay quiet and wait for her, I guess.
Did you find out what's wrong? Okay. Yes, I did. According to what I found, she has, from whatever happened to her, she has 3 broken ribs and what appears to be an anal fissure, 2 venereal diseases, and she appears to be addicted to some sort of drug.
Okay.
Did you take care of it? Yes, I did, but the question is, will she be suitable for whatever you plan to do? No, I'm going to serve her some food first. Shouldn't we tell Lord Ines what we are planning? No, I don't think it's viable to tell Ines such tedious details.
So,
Well,
wait.
look who we have here. The cat's still here. Fun.
Yeah, I was just about to ask about that. If you can take care of the injuries and stuff, why did I need to come here? Yeah, that's what I was planning to help with.
Actually, I was hoping to help us out. A situation we came across. Actually, two situations. Apparently, a rival nation has come to the Riestes kingdom, a group of adventurers. The relatives of one of the adventurers snuck in with them, and, well, let's just say we kind of caught them sneaking through our pantry.
Oh.
I was wondering if you could take care of these individuals until we fetch the relatives.
Like, what do you, like, just keep them tied up or something? Or, like, beat them?
No. You can keep them at your estate safely.
Well, yeah, but, like, tie them up and, like, put them in, like, the basement? Or, like, a spare room?
You know what? I changed my mind. I like her. Silent solution.
Like, well, okay. So, like, you have, like, the fact that they could run away. They could just walk out and leave. Or the fact that, like, they could just be in a room while we wait. And we can do other things besides babysit.
Oh no, I don't want you to babysit. I just want you to take them to your keep. If you must tie them up, don't harm them.
Okay,
We
cool.
have not received orders from Ainz to harm these two. Girls, come out. And you see two little girls come out of the darkness. Both blonde of hair and wearing different dresses. One has a very sort of like pinkish red sort of dress going on, while the other one has a blue dress going on. Unfortunately, in the anime, they never really say how to pronounce these girls' names. I will try my best to do so. If I butcher it, I am sorry. So, here we go. Ow, that hurt my ears. Okay. I'm about to butcher the hell out of these names, and I apologize beforehand. Their names are Uri Rika, hard fuck, and Kudirika. Uririka. That is a difficult ass fucking name.
Yeah, damn.
I'm actually gonna show you both of them.
Oh.
Yep, they're twinkies.
Kudirika. Ukirika.
Kudirika and Uririka.
Urika.
Yeah, again, if I can't pronounce it, good luck on you trying, Rozu.
That's why I get to say it whenever I want. It makes sense.
Rika.
Yeah, it's gonna take me some use to, because honestly, it's hard for me, okay? Yeah.
Rika.
But apparently they followed their older sister to this place, ran away from home.
Oh.
Wow! Sister, isn't she pretty? Yeah! Can we play with you, miss?
What way do you mean play?
Kitty.
We can play dress up the pretty princess, and they proceed to get stuff. Like, they go in a corner, they have a little bag, and they proceed to bring out a large hat, and they are climb on top of each other, try to put it on your head.
I kind of like
trying to dress you up a little.
I clutch my wizard hat. I defend myself, my honor.
Then they'll switch it up. They're going for your tail and try to put a bow on.
Oh God. Do you guys like candy?
What's a candy?
Sweets?
Big Sis says sweets are bad for your teethies.
That's true, but they're good for your mind and your health, your mental health. If
You're
you guys
a bad influence.
if you guys stop trying to put ribbons on me and you guys come peacefully to my place, then I will give you some candy.
Wow. Okay.
This
okay.
sounds
I'm
like
sorry.
a van.
This
Open the
sounds
van.
very,
Hey,
yeah,
want some
very
candy? I'm going to
Jared from
kidnap you.
Subway.
Hey, kitties, want some candy?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She's starting to sound like Bill Cosby.
I would feel
Let's hope
bad
she
tying
didn't
them
drug
up.
the candy.
Bling pops. Look,
You could just tie up children. That'd be bad.
You wanted to tie them up and put
I
in the
didn't think they were this young. I didn't think they were this young. Well, they're like teenagers or something. But no, these are toddlers.
Oh my god.
They are not toddlers. Okay.
They look like toddlers.
They may look like toddlers, but they are actually, actually, you're not too far from. They're around 5 years old.
Exactly. You can't tie up 5-year-olds.
You said you wanted to.
Different situation now. I didn't expect this.
I did.
Are you going to show us too, big sister?
Not yet. Maybe in a little bit. But for now, you guys.
Because we want big sister to sleep with us in the same bed. She can read us bedtime stories and everything.
I won't sleep with you in the same bed, but I can tell you stories until Big Sister comes.
How are you going to get back to this state?
Andy.
You only have one horse that you can barely ride.
Walk.
And with that low
that's when you look
conundrum,
for the carriage.
with that low conundrum, let's end it there for tonight.
Wait, I have a solution. Animate objects on a bunch of fucking crates and just put them on the crates and fly them home.
And the chance of them falling off?
Very high.
No. That's what I'm into the crates.
You made a poop in a crate. Oh my gosh.
That works too.
Okay, I gotta say, Silence, your character is a very bad influence.
Yeah.
Wow, jeez.
Can you tell us what Vermilion's been doing this entire time?
Oh yeah. Actually, I'll tell all the viewers back at home. Okay, so this entire time I've had Vermilion working on things in the keep. He had so the roles I've made for him, he has fixed the bell tower so the bell actually works. He has fished and caught 26 pikes from the lake. Let's see here. He managed to catch a rat with a gold piece hanging out of its mouth. Then proceeded to pocket said gold piece.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Ate a very big lunch.
He did not know this doll leaving, so unfortunately that's gonna be a thing.
But I didn't know at the time that he was bad.
Well, we technically don't. Truly?
You just know that he's a player.
Yeah.
Well, y'all told me in that message, but
Yeah, I told him he's a player. Keep an eye on him.
but I'm like, he already left.
Yeah.
You gotta respond back.
Oh, and I had him roll a couple of performance checks as one last note, and he has made 5 replacements. Very crude replacements, but replacements nonetheless for the chessboard that he broke.
Aww.